is a breaking news alert.
I will get justice.
Who gonna walk and support
They
this
killed
man?
my son. It's the last black child that died unjustly.
The mother of a man shot and killed by Grand Rapids police last night, leading a march to call for justice. We have team coverage tonight. News 8's Adriana Doria is at that vigil right now. We'll get to her in a moment. But we want to begin with News 8's Nicole Tam, who's breaking down partial body camera footage released today by police. Nicole, what does the video show?
Brian, Chief Eric Winstrom from Grand Rapids Police Department told us at the start of the press briefing this afternoon that they decided to do this because there's been a lot of inconsistencies, as he said, online, so they wanted to share their perspective, and that's what we got this afternoon through 3 videos. 2 of them came from one officer, that's the K-9 officer. So in the first video, you do see from his body camera of him driving in the cruiser, and then as they approach the scene at that apartment where those shots were eventually fired. The second video is from the car's perspective, dash cam of that, and you see a wide shot of the interaction of the officers, but you can't see clearly whether or not Daquan Johnson actually pulled out a gun, although you can hear officers say that he has a gun moments before those shots were fired. Sorry, I don't know if you missed that because of that motorcycle that just came by, but as I was saying, you don't know exactly whether those shots were or whether the man actually had a gun in the video itself, but you hear officers saying that. We also asked Chief Winstrom why they were pursuing him in the first place, because they estimate that chase where Johnson was on a bike happened for about 90 seconds before they stopped at that apartment complex. He did share with us that he was on parole.
There's certainly other legal reasons to stop that individual, but the radio traffic that we're familiar with said that he was suspected of having a gun. Obviously, you're on parole for a gun. You're not legally allowed to carry a gun, so that could have been part of his fleeing. But I'm not aware that he had a warrant.
Winstrom says those officers also had tasers but did not deploy them because the K-9 was the less lethal option, and he explained in another clip that we showed you earlier this afternoon that the guns were the option that they chose because the less lethal option of the K-9 wasn't viable enough to stop Johnson. That's their perspective. We're going to try and break down all of what was said from police along with those 3 videos for you throughout the night here on News 8. Live in Grand Rapids, Nicole Tam, News 8.
All right, Nicole, thank you. We want to give you a look at where this all played out. Police initiated a stop outside of Miss Tracy's liquor store along MLK Jr. Street. The shooting happened a short distance away near Logan and Eastern Avenue. The gunfire taking place outside of the apartment units there. It's also the location where community members are ending a march through the streets of Grand Rapids. News 8's Adriana Doria is live there now with more. Adriana.
Brian, you heard just a little bit ago how high emotions and tensions were. This group of dozens of people, family members and friends of Daquan Johnson, taking over the street. They started at Miss Tracy's. They were chanting "No justice, no peace," really just demanding justice for Daquan. They then made their way about a mile to the apartment complex where this all unfolded. Take a look at this video. You can see just how large of a crowd this was. Now, we heard from the mom who was leading the charge. She was saying, this is her son. This is her firstborn. He's a dad. He's a son. He's a cousin. He's a friend to so many here. And just how many people came out shows how important he was to this community. They say that they have footage from this apartment complex here, security video that is not being shown by police, that they are going to be showing later at 6:30 at a press conference. They say that shows a completely different story that they think police are not telling. Now, they're again yelling things, "No justice, no peace." They're saying they killed him by a dumpster like trash. They talked about dogs mauling him. Again, Daquan Trey Johnson. He was 32 years old, this mom's firstborn. A lot of high emotions here. We saw a grieving mother. She could barely stand up just because of what's going on and how she is grappling with all of this. Again, we'll be following this story all afternoon and all evening. Nicole Tam will be heading to that press conference at 6:30 to see what video these community leaders are going to show. And I should also add, Commissioner Robert Womack was leading the charge as well alongside of the mom. He is also going to be at this press conference releasing this video. So again, a lot to unpack here. We'll be covering it all live on